What up, what up, what up? It's your boy The Juiced. Welcome to It's Simple, where learning will be made easier. This video has been proudly made possible by Brandon Web and Graphics Designs. Be sure to check them out for all your graphic and web design needs. In this video, we're going to talk about differential calculus, an introduction to calculus differentiating. So, number 1, differentiation using the first principle. The first principle goes like f of x is equals to lim h approaching 0, or then it's f of x plus h minus f of x, then all over h. So whenever you are asked to differentiate or determine the derivative using the first principle, first of all, you should state what the first principle says. Oh, it's f first prime of x, first derivative of x, so it's f first prime of x. So f first prime of x is equals to lim h approaching 0, then f of x plus f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. So whenever you ask to determine to differentiate f of x or g of x or any other equation using the first principle, this is what you should keep in mind. You should remember that the first principle says that the first difference of x or first derivative or the first prime of x is equals to lim h approaching 0, then f of x plus h minus f of x. So for example, let's say we are given that f of x is equals to 3x squared plus 4, and we are asked to determine the first prime of x, f of x, using the first principle. The first principle. Yeah. So let me minimize this. So minimize. Mini. I'm done, man. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh man. Oh, did it wrong. So let me start again. So it's from here to here. Then what do? We cut it. Then we minimize it. Okay, then we confirm. So number 1, we're going to state the first principle first. So we already have it, but let me just write it again. It's f first prime of x is equals to lim h approaching 0, then fraction line, then it's f first prime f of x plus h minus f of x, then all over h. So already from the question we know that we have what, f of x, but we don't know f of x plus h. But we know that this simply means on that equation of f of x, the equation of f x that we are given here, we have to substitute. Where we see x, we substitute what, x plus h. So to determine f plus h is going to be equals to 3 into x plus h, then squared plus 4. Then what happens here, we get 3 into squared means what, means 2 of the same thing, 2 brackets of the same thing, plus 4. Then we are going to get 3 into x squared plus xh plus xh plus h squared, all then plus 4. Then we get 3x squared plus 3xh. Oh wait, so this and this are common factors, not common factors, like terms. So when we add them, we get 2. The 2 times 3 is what? It's 6hx. Then we have plus 3h squared plus 4. So this is our what? F of x plus h. Now that we have f of x plus h, we have everything that we need to do what? To use the first principle. So what I'm gonna do is minimize this, take it somewhere here, put it aside. Then we go back to our first principle, which says that then we know that is equals to, then until you're going to go with your lim approaching 0 until I'll show you until when. Then we substitute the equation of f of x plus h, which is 3x squared plus 6xh plus 3h squared plus 4, then minus f of x, the equation of f of x, which is in brackets is 3x squared plus 4, then all over h. Okay, then we get is equals to the lim h approaching 0, then all over. Then when we simplify on top, this one remains the same, plus 6hx plus 3h squared plus 4, then the minus 3x squared minus 4 all over h. Okay. Oh no, what did I do? Come on, man, come on, don't do it again, come on. I mean, it's my first time using this thing, so please bear with me. So yeah, then we look at this. Oh wait, let me choose the color. This 4 and this positive 4, they cancel each other. Then this negative 3x squared and this 3x squared, they cancel each other. Then we are left with lim h approaching 0. Then we have 6xh plus 3h squared. Yeah, that's what we are left with basically, all over h. Okay, so that, okay, to mess it up. Then what happens? Well, we see that our common factor here is h, so we're going to remove that h as a common factor, and h approaching 0. Then our common factor is h, so it's h into 6x. Oh no, 6x plus 3h all over h. Then this h here will cancel this h there. Then we are left with lim h approaching 0, then 6x plus 3h. Okay, then now that, so h approaching 0 basically means that when h is approaching 0, this thing is approaching another. So I'm just kidding. After simplifying the whole thing, now when you substitute the h as 0, you will have to lose your lim. So you only lose your lim when you are substituting h with 0. So it's going to be 6x plus 3 into 0, then which is going to give you 6x. So this is your fs prime of x. So what should I do? Let's go back there and minimize this again so that we can go through it again. Come on, go down. It doesn't want to go down, this thing, because I gotta leave it here. cancel. So this is how you find the first prime of x using lim. Let's do another example. Let me get my eraser. Hope you got it, but if you did not get it, we'll do another example. Yeah, sorry guys, it took me a while. Alright, I'm getting the hang of this. So let me cancel this because I don't want to erase it. So let's say in another example, let me take this. Let's say in another example, we're given that g of x is equals to 2x squared minus 3x minus 3x. Then we are asked to determine g first prime of x using the first principle. Forgive my handwriting, guys. But so you are given that g of x is equals to 2x squared minus 3x, and you're asked to determine the first derivative of g of x using the first principle. Number one, you write what the first principle states first. So this time we're given g, so it's going to be g first prime of x, or first derivative of g, is equals to the lim, according to the first principle, h approaching 0, then your fraction line, then g of I almost wrote f of x. But remember guys, if I'm given g, you write g. So g of x plus h minus g of x, then all of it over h. So we know our g of x, but we do not know what g of x plus h. So first thing first, we're going to determine g of x plus h. So this basically means that wherever we see x on g, we're going to substitute x plus h. So it's g into x plus h, which is equals to 2 into x plus h squared minus 3 into x plus h. Then we simplify. This basically means that two brackets of the same thing squared, then h, then another bracket of the same thing, then here we get minus 3x minus 3h, then here we get 2 into x squared plus xh plus xh plus h squared, then we close the bracket, then minus 3x minus 3h. Then this 2 multiplies everything inside the bracket, which is going to give us 2x squared plus this one and this one are like times. When we add them, we get 2xh. So it's going to be times 2, which is 4xh plus 3h squared minus 3x. Is it? Yeah, 3x minus 3h. So this is our what? G of x plus h. So I'm just gonna minimize it so that I can have enough space. to complete to determine the first derivative. So this is our g of x plus h. So we go back to our formula. So we are going to have, so I'm going to continue on it. It's going to be equals to the lim h approaching 0, then your fraction line. This is wrong. I'm gonna get sued for this. So your fraction line, then so our g of x plus h, we substitute the equation here of g of x plus h, which is going to be 2x squared plus 4xh plus 3h squared minus 3x minus 3h. Then all of this is going to subtract what? G of x, the equation of g of x in brackets is equals to 2x squared minus 3x all over h. Then we simplify on top, we get lim. Remember guys, you go with your lim until the point whereby everything is simplified. So h approaching 0, then when we're going to simplify on top, so at the bottom it's h, then on top is going to be 2x. The first part remains the same, which is 4x h plus 3h squared minus 3x minus h minus 3h of minus 3h. Then this one multiply this one, we get negative 2x squared. Then this one is going to multiply this one, we get positive 3x. Then we look for like terms. This x squared goes with this one. So this is positive minus negative, so they cancel each other. Then this 3 goes with this one, they cancel each other. Then we are left with lim h approaching 0, then h at the bottom. I left with 4x h plus 3h squared minus 3h. Then we can tell that on top our common factor is h. Then we're going to remove it. So let me do this first. I need some room. So we get, remember guys, we go with our lim until when everything is what? In its simplest form. So common factor is h. When we take h from 4x xh, we are remained with 4x, then plus this is x plus, when we take one h there, we are left with 3h, then minus 3. This is what we are left with on top. Then this h in front will what? Cancel this small h. Then we get lim h approaching 0. Then we have 4x plus 3h minus 3. Then what did I say about when everything is simplified? This is when you lose your lim. You lose your lim and substitute h, substitute 0 on h. So we get 4x plus 3 into 0 minus 3. Then we get our g first prime of x as 4x minus 3. So that's how you differentiate using the first principle. So catch you in my next videos, guys. Catch you in my next videos.